Hello, everyone. Hello, McAllen ISD community. This is Mr. Balamin, the elementary math coordinator. I am the elementary math coordinator for McAllen ISD. We'll be going over a standard here called 3.5C, where our students are going to be expected to kind of talk about what this means, right? 3 times 24. That's 3 times as much as 24. And so we teach this to our kids to do it like to understand this multiplication two different ways. For example, 8 times 3 could be 8 equal groups of 3, or 8, right? 8 times as much as 3, right? So equal groups of 3, or even see it the other way, this way, for example, which would be 3 equal groups of 8, right? So 8 groups of 3, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or this one through groups of 8, which would be 1, 2, 3, and then each gets of 8 each. You get it? This would be 8 little circles with 3 in each one. At the end of the day, the product will be the same, but the meaning sometimes is a little different, right? 3 people per table or 8 people per table, okay? And then they got tested this past year, what was called a new type. And this new type of item was not a multiple choice test. This is called a drag and drop. The kids will drag these numbers and sayings into these little boxes, okay? And you have a chance of what's called full credit, which is about 40% of the state, which is 2 points. No credit, which is 35% of the state, got 0 points. So only 65% of our students receive some kind of point. So 35% didn't. They got 0 points. And partial credit, which is 1 point, that's about a quarter of our kids. That's 26% of our kids. And so we did okay. It's considered doing okay. I would like for us to do better, but these are kind of tough questions. And if you're asking yourself as a guardian or parent of our students, what does that look like? Well, it looks like this one. Read the question. Alex scored 8 points. Okay, well, I'm going to get my graph paper. And I already kind of have it preset. This is a graph paper tool that the kids can use. It comes like this with a grid on it. We can get rid of the grid. And then I can change the color. Like say I want to change the color around pen to blue or something like that. So I can say hi, hi. And then most of the kids can use their fingers or they can touch the screen. So I know that Alex scored 8 points. So Alex, I'm using my fingers by the way. If you ask me, so this guy draws horrible. Yes, I do, but I'm drawing my fingers right now. Okay. So Alex has scored 8 points, and Sarah scored 8 times 3. And so here we just want the kids to kind of use their common sense. What does that mean? Well, hopefully they know that Sarah scored how many points? 24. Right? So 8 times as much as 3, or 3 times 8. Either way, we need to see both ways. So 8 times 3 and 3 times 8. And then we'll take it from there here on this part. All right? Blank scored blank, blank, blank. So let's see here. So Sarah scored 8 times as many points. You can say that, right? As Alex did. That's one thing I can say. So let's start putting these things together. So we know that Sarah scored. It almost becomes a English class, right? How many times as many? Is it 8 times as many or 3 times as many? I'm gonna say 3 times. See, that's what I'm talking about. This becomes an issue. 3 times Alex, because that's really what happened, right? So Sarah scored 3 times Alex. So let's go ahead and put that over here. Sarah scored 3 times as many points as Alex did. That's what we need third graders to do. Isn't that crazy? But that's what the state's asking us to teach our kids, is to kind of think that way. Alex scored 8 points. Sarah scored 8 times 3. So Sarah scored 24. So she scored 3 times as many points as Alex, because 8 times 3 is 24. Interesting question. And a lot of kids will put the 8 times as many points as Alex, or Alex scored. Yeah, this is one of those. So that's the standard. When if you ever get homework based on questions like this is important to help our kids out with these kind of questions. So interesting problem.